Hi there, I'm Miss Albornoz. I'm a music teacher at Twin Hickory Elementary School. This fabulous class is Miss Cangelosi's second grade class, and we are excited to show you what a typical music class looks like at Twin Hickory. We're going to be using some instruments, we're going to be talking about dynamics, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, boys and girls, let's start as we always do with our rules wrap. Can you pat, pat, clap, pat, pat, clap, and ready, here we go. Make good choices every day. Be careful what you say. Show respect to everybody here, and we'll make music without any fear. Involve yourself, participate, care for equipment, and we'll do great. All right, and next we do our physical warm-up, which is a warm-up that is for our bodies, not our voices. Right, boys and girls? Yeah. All right, so let's stand on the rainbow. And today for our warm-up, you're just gonna see if you can watch and follow what I do. If you need to take a little step that way, Vihan, maybe take a step toward the pink, good, and spread out just a touch. We're gonna be moving our bodies and we don't wanna bump into our neighbors. All right, we ready? Have a seat, boys and girls. That was awesome. Boys and girls, before we move into the next part of our lesson, I just want to take one more chance to congratulate you on a fantastic Veterans Day performance on Monday. I got so much great feedback from the staff at Twin Hickory, from your parents that were in attendance, and even from the kids that were in your audience. It was so clear how much work you had put into preparing for the performance. You were so professional, so respectful, and I'm very proud of you, and I hope that you guys are proud of yourselves as well. You feel good about that performance? I know it feels like a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
All right. Really, really great. So we have warmed up our brains with our rules rap. Say check.
Check.
We have warmed up our bodies with our physical warm-up. Say check.
Check.
Now it's time to warm up our voices. So today we're going to talk about soft and loud dynamics in music class. And we're going to use one of Miss Albornoz's favorite animals, because you know I'm a bird person, right? So we're going to talk about owls. Before we do our vocal warm-up, let's see if we can name 3 facts maybe that we already know about owls. Oliver, what do you know?
Owls can like twist their head all the way to their back.
Yeah, their eyeballs are fixed inside their head. So if they want to look at something over to their right, they have to turn their whole head. If they hear something behind them and they want to take a look, they have to turn their whole head to look and see. Thank you, Oliver. Rianch, what do you know?
Owls sleep in the morning.
Yes. Okay, we're going to come back to that one. Thank you, Rianch. And Vani, what else you got?
Owls stay up at the night, but they make sure that everything is looking good, and then in the morning they'll go to bed.
That's right. So there's a special word for that type of behavior, boys and girls. Amy, do you know what it is?
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal. Say nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal is kind of the opposite of us. They're awake mostly during the night and asleep mostly during the day. So they do all of their stuff during the night. So if owls are hunting and awake and maybe playing during the night, do you think they mostly use and like loud sounds or soft sounds? Soft sounds. All right. So let's see what happens with our barn owl up here if we press one of these buttons. Aiza, would you come on up and choose one of the buttons for us to press? And we're going to try and copy the owl sound. Yeah, you can do random. That's a very close to an owl sound. Thank you, Aiza. Can I get 2 more friends to come up? Come on, Hamza. All right, Leah, come on up. Good, let's switch it over. Let's get our singing voices warmed up. Aiden, you want to come give us a singing voice? Good. You want to do fun? Thank you, Aiden. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Leon, can you give us one more?
Someone try to. I want to see if it's different.
Ha, ha, ha.
Ha,
Ha, ha, ha. Nice, Leon. All right, so singing voices, check. I've got one more owl to show you. And this one is Oreo, our snowy owl. Do you remember Oreo?
yes.
Okay, so Oreo, just like the other owls we've been talking about, Oreo is nocturnal, and he has really good hearing. And so he prefers all of those wonderful, soft sounds that you've been making this morning. So for now, I'm just gonna stick him right here so he can listen to you guys do some echoes. Now he's got a special song you might remember from, I think we did this one in first grade. Can you be my echo, please? In the night the church bells sound. Your turn.
In the night the church bells sound.
And the owl flies through the town.
And the owl flies through the town.
Come to me, let me play.
Come to me, let me play.
When it's 5 o'clock.
When it's 5 o'clock.
Now, if you've ever been in a town where there's a church bell or a clock tower, you might have heard that when the hour changes, the bells ring that number of times. Yes, Oliver?
And when owls grow up, their pupils get bigger.
Oh, thank you for holding on to that little tidbit.
And more light.
I did not know that. Maybe that's why they like to be, part of the reason they like to be awake when it's darker out. Yeah, Brandon?
There's an owl called the burrowing owl. It'll burrow under other animals' burrows.
Yeah.
And sometimes even make its own burrow.
Isn't that so cool? Not all owls live in trees like we think of most birds.
And they'll steal dung from other animals to trap bugs so they can eat it.
Okay, thank you for those little tidbits, guys. So each time we have a new hour on the clock, we're gonna practice clapping softly that number of times. So can you get your clapping hands ready? And all together, we're gonna clap 5 times. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. Hey, Oreo, I'm sure you would like to fly around our classroom, fly around our town. Did you hear anyone using a soft singing voice? Yeah, me too. What about soft clapping? Yeah, me too. So I think you want to go find someone that you can fly with? Yeah? Okay, oh look, there he is turning his head, just like you guys talked about. You got one? Okay. Hey, Amy, will you do me a favor and will you fly with Oreo around the town? We're gonna sing the whole song, again, boys and girls, using our soft singing voice, our soft clapping. And Amy, this time let's pick a different, can you pick a different clock time? We already did 5, so how high does a clock go, boys and girls? 12, right? Unless we do military time, but we're gonna stop at 12. You wanna do what?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, all right. So we're gonna do the whole song when it's 10 o'clock, and so how many times are we gonna clap?
10.
10, yeah. All right, Amy, ready to fly? Yeah. Ready, go. In the night the church bells sound, and the owl flies through the town. Come to me, let me play, when it's 10 o'clock. Now we clap, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and stop. All right, Amy, can you find a new friend for Oreo to fly with? Okay, Leah, will you just hold on to Oreo for just a moment? Because your clapping, boys and girls, is lovely, but I think since we're singing about bells, maybe we should add some bell-sounding instruments to make our town. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, so we've got 4 choices for instruments today. I'm gonna explain all of your choices, and then I would like each of you to pick an instrument, pick a spot in our classroom so we can make a town. Maybe we have some trees or some church bell towers or schools or all sorts of, I bet you can think of way more stuff than I can think of. So here's your first instrument choice. We got finger cymbals. Finger cymbals look like those big marching band cymbals, but you have to hold on to the little handles with your fingers and kind of bounce them together to get a nice bell sound. So I have 2 sets of finger cymbals, which means 2 people can play finger cymbals. So boys and girls, these are handbells. Say handbells.
Handbells.
When you play a handbell, the only part of the handbell that you should touch is this white handle. Inside the metal bell part is a little plastic ball attached to the inside with a metal spring. And the metal spring is very fragile. So we don't want to put our fingers or anything inside the bell. We want to keep everything on the outside and give it a nice ring like that. Okay? I've got 5 handbells. Say handbells.
Handbells.
Finger cymbals.
Finger cymbals.
Handbells.
Handbells.
Finger cymbals.
Finger cymbals.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells are fun, right? They're so easy to play, but they're really hard to keep quiet. And since we're only playing our instruments when we count the time, if you choose a jingle bell, your job to keep it quiet is going to be really challenging. So you have to be able to pose really well as your statue or building or house or whatever you choose. I've got lots of different styles of jingle bells. Ones you could put around your wrist, ones with handles. So I'm going to put a few out, but I also have some other options that I'm going to keep in the box for you to look through. So we got jingle bells,
Jingle bells.
handbells,
Handbells.
finger cymbals,
Finger cymbals.
and last of all, we've got our triangles. How many sides does a triangle have? 3. If you choose to play a triangle, you also need 3 pieces of equipment. You need the triangle, you need a little handle that you slide a side through, and you need a mallet, okay? If you are missing one of these pieces of equipment, your triangle won't make the right bell sound, all right? I've got medium-sized triangles, I've got red handles, I've got black handles, we've got some mallets with a little grip and some without. As long as you have all 3 pieces of equipment, your triangle will work great. So, 4 choices. Do you have your first choice in your head?
Yeah.
Do you have a second choice just in case your first choice is taken?
Yes.
Okay. So, Nathan, will you come pick an instrument and then pick a spot on the floor and show us what we should do when we receive an instrument, but it's not time to play yet. Ready? Here we go. In the night the church bells sound, and the owl flies through the town. Come to me, let me play when it's 7 o'clock. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. All right, Leah, can you find someone to trade with? Well, I hope you've enjoyed our music lesson today. Thank you for joining us, and keep supporting the arts in school. All right, and Leah, you take Kara's triangle. Kara, can you show me what time you would like it to be?
Which one?
7 o'clock again. All right, ready, boys and girls? Here we go. In the night the church bells sound, and the owl flies through the town. Come to me, let me play when it's... Can you count in your head this time? Ready? All right, Kara, who gets to go next? All right, great. Oh, but wait a second. I have bad news. A huge storm came through the town, and it knocked over all of the trees. So if you're a tree, fall over. If you're a tree, you're on the ground. It also knocked over all of the buildings. So if you're a building, fall to the ground.
Skibbity.
It also knocked over everything that is still standing. So, if you're in a standing pose, lay down on the ground. But you know what? miraculously, somehow, the bells still work, even though all of the buildings and structures and things are on the ground. Okay? So, Vani, what time is it now? 1 o'clock. Okay, just one time. Ready? Here we go. In the night, the church bells sound, and the owl flies through the town. Come to me, let me play when it's 1 o'clock. Ready? 1,